Hello! We are live and it is the last day of August. Hello!
Hello! Uh-oh. Does that mean?
Oh, I thought it was me. Because I think I forgot to turn my volume down. Let me do that real quick. Yay! Technology.
I popped out the chat and forgot to close the window that I popped it out of. Because my hubby is distracting this morning.
Oh, goodness. Yes.
Sorry about that.
I'm going to go ahead and pop this view on so we can see the...
I stream all the time. I stream good.
Yeah. I stream good. I write words. They're...
All the words, and usually they're in English when I intend them to be.
Right, yeah. Although, don't ask me how many typos I had last night, because I don't want to know.
There's one sentence that I preserved for posterity in my read-through, because all of the words make sense individually on their own. Like, they're all actual English words. There's no possible way to turn them into anything that makes sense. Even if you're like, well, maybe that's a sound-alike word that I mistyped. Or there is no, like, I wrote such gloriously pristine gibberish.
Yes, which is always fun. That's another, I found a September writing prompt series thing on Instagram yesterday because I went looking again. And so there's a 30-day 6-word story prompts.
Oh,
so they give you, like, the first one was exile. So you have to make a story in a 6-word sentence.
Mm.
And so I'm going to try those just to see, like, how that goes. But I was, like, doing the type of, like, counting when I was like, how many words would this be? And then I found myself going back to, like, haiku mode and counting syllables. And I was like, no, that's not how you're supposed to do this.
So I just have to say congratulations on your 10K yesterday.
Thank you. I really did not think I was going to make it because sort of in the middle of the day, I was only doing like 200 words at a pop. My brain was like, blah. And then I finally, like, I was telling you backstage, the tarot cards were what saved me, and sort of like the method from the Tarot for Writers book, and just like pull a card, look at it, describe it, ask your characters some questions like what's going on, what'll happen next in the card, that kind of stuff. So that saved me. And so I'm going to be putting those up as sort of, I guess, flash fiction on my blog.
You were like the zombies in that zombie race timer. Like, you were behind, and you were just like, oh no, finish line.
Yeah, and that's really what I felt like. And I still feel a little bit zombie mode-ish today. So it is definitely, today's going to be an editing day because I don't think I can, like, write creatively at all today. And I'm just hoping that today doing some editing will, like, leave me enough creativity, like, left in me to actually write tomorrow for the beginning of my half Milwordy challenge thingy.
Yeah, I kind of lazied through the 10K yesterday because I'm like, I got Milwordy. I can't.
Yeah, and that's what on Saturday, I wrote nothing. I wrote absolutely nothing to get ready for the 10K, which, like, that's kind of weird, like, that you have to not write in preparation to write a whole bunch.
Gotta rest up.
Weird.
You don't run a half marathon the day before a marathon.
Yeah. All right. Lizzie says, hello. You might miss the beginning of the stream. You're working on your spreadsheet for half Milwordy and thinking about what you could edit in your work in progress. Same. I have the manuscript out. I have still 200 pages to edit because I haven't worked on it all month. Megan ended up being the soccer coach in your book somehow. And Megan goes, what? Me? I'm comically bad at soccer. Me too.
Oh, that would make a really good movie then. It
would. Well, I say that I'm comically bad. as a child, I was apparently too aggressive for the other elementary school kids. And so I wanted to be on the field running around, smacking the ball, and I apparently kicked too hard. So either, when the ball smacked their legs and they didn't have shin guards on, they went out and started crying. And so they put me as the goalie so that I would have less of a chance to kick the ball, which didn't really make sense. But I suck. I absolutely suck at being goalie.
I was the tall kid, so you have to stand in front of the goal because you can put your arms out and reach the sides.
Right. Well, for me, it would be like I'm anticipating which direction the ball is going to go to, so I jump to one side and they kick it to the other, and it was just comically awful.
Same.
But yeah, so I was really mad because they refused to let me play on the field. And I found out later that all the kids who were whining about me kicking too hard were on a local soccer team.
That's some shady shade. That's some shady shade. Oh.
So we did get one single invite to have me try out for the team, but like we couldn't afford all the protective gear and stuff. So I don't know whether or not the crying and the wailing and you kicked too hard came before or after like our refusal. I don't know. I don't remember that part, but it was anyway.
Yeah. That's
Lizzie
definitely a movie.
Yeah. Lizzie says I couldn't come up with any other names, and you are also bad at soccer. And so, yay, Megan is now part of the story. Last week of summer, which means it's your last week of morning and afternoon streams. Gotcha. Getting prepped for school. Hannah is here. Hello. Hello. How is England? Megan says hello as well. What do when you're ready for what do you do when you're early for the stream? Celebrate, do a dance, get some tea, get some water, have a snack, make some cookies or brownies, have some ice cream. Any of those. How is your brain now mush? Oh, it's total mess. It's absolutely total mush. I will be editing today as like reading through my story mainly and doing some like developmental obvious like why the heck did you do this notes on my paper. Abigail is here. Hello. Laura is here as well. Hello. Alicia saying hi. You've got hot chocolate, fuzzy pumpkin socks, and a warm candle. You are ready. You are absolutely ready. Yay. I'm excited. And the AC on. Yes, because, it's still technically, I guess, summer. Yes. That is a good thing to do before a Jules sprint. Angel Ray is here. Hello. CB is here, and CB was getting words last night. All the time. So yes, Alicia is now also one of the soccer students. Yay! Have to finish your schedule and redo your plan again. That's how plans go. You actually always wanted to play soccer. Perfect. I foresee a new child on the soccer team. CB says, actually, I'm not going to redo my plan. Good for you. That does sound good, Laura. I do also like that, and Hannah agrees. Devin is now a little boy in the soccer group as well. Yay.
Devin should be everywhere.
Whoops, just found out Alicia's name is actually Ashley. Will make someone else Ashley. So, yay. We are the Twin Tails here. Yay, last day of August. Yes. I can't believe it's already the last day of August, though.
I can't believe Milwordy starts tomorrow. The Milwordy Challenge starts tomorrow.
Jenna is here. Hello. Nearly finished the schedule. Need to think of a pepperoni fanfic to write during the stream. I
don't know why, but have you put them on a picnic? Because I can just see Tony having to deal with the ants and the wasps and how that would make for funny.
I like that. Yeah. Laura says, listening to Disney Halloween music, you may have an obsessive problem. I think since you held back until now, I think you're good.
It's not an obsession. Halloween is a lifestyle.
There's a lot of comments. Okay, I'm going to just go through and say hi to like all. Everybody's saying hello to Charlie. Mindy Brown is here. Yay. Squisms is here. Hello, hello, hello. Kat is here. Hello. Hello, hello. Yes, listening to Christmas music in August. Yep. There you go. Quite an adventure. Hello. Have fun in class. Oh, thank you. I have my little fake scrunchy bow tie, and it works wonders for sprucing things up. Disney Panda is here. Hello.
I love the red panda. I love the red panda.
It's so cute. Working on timelines today. Divided by sight. Hello. I think I forgot to say hello earlier. So hello. Alexis is here. How are we? I am tired but good.
I am scheming. Still scheming.
Which is a good mode to be in.
Yes.
It's like that should be everybody's default mode. I think if you want to be in a good, I don't know. I like scheming. So
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry you have to refresh it. There shouldn't be any ads on it, so I don't know why it would have to refresh, but technology, YouTube. Started your AuthorTube flash fiction for collab with Orla Hart. Yay! It's turning out to be directly inspired by the movie Halloween. Ooh, fun. Yes, thank you very much. Chloe is here. Hi! And Chloe was winning over Shadow Heart. Tarot card for today. Good question. 7 of Pentacles.
Ooh.
That would be the card for today.
So we're definitely going to be in the material conditions today. All right.
Yes, since the Pentacles are the like physical material reality based. Is that kind of the way that
Yes. Excuse me, yes. And the sevens, and remember I always approach things from a fairly hermetic point of view when it comes to the cards. The sevens are a card of victory or triumph. And so that could be taken either way. It could either be, victory taken or victory claimed. So, but maybe it means we're all going to get our goals today.
I hope so. Let's go with that. Lizzie is thinking of writing a Cinderella book and querying it. Yes, please do. That's amazing. Oh, wow, Laura. You and Halloween? So shocking, says Abigail. Editing Keith Hedgehog.
It's cute. I've read it.
Cute. It's going to be so cute. Yes, writing nothing on Saturday was good. Whereas Abigail wrote a ton on Saturday and nothing on Sunday. All right. Chloe's feeling the drain. Yes, same. We're gonna recover today and be ready for tomorrow. We're talking about you're always missed the ball. Yep, exactly. Never played soccer. Comically bad at netball. Went to netball training once, got hit on the nose. Oh no! Yeah, anytime the glasses or the eyeballs are in danger, that's a nope for me.
Okay, I just, to interject real quickly, I pulled a card from my own deck to get clarity on what that one was, and I got the 2 of Pentacles. So it's about learning to trust your body and what the world around you is telling you. So that's the clarity that I got on it. So
okay. Natalie says work is a monster today. Oh no. Mentally drained from yesterday. Yes. Also terrible at football, but pretty good at netball. We'll go you, Miss Sporty. You were the little girl that danced across the soccer field and became distracted by flowers rather than being on the ball. I like that. Yeah. I don't do sports unless it's archery, and then I'm okay with it. So I'm going to spend today's session trying to figure out your Milwordy schedule, 8 days until you start your new job. So you have to figure out how much that's going to mess everything up. Yeah. I would say schedule everything to where you don't feel a lot of pressure to write during your first week of job. Like, take that first week and just focus on getting used to the job. You're going to be tired from like being hyped up in anticipation of everything that's going to happen that first week. So just make sure you take that first week of your new job very relaxed as much as possible. Baseball. Yep. Yep. You know, dandelions are pretty. I feel like the reason you like writing is because it's the only thing you don't completely suck at. Aw. You actually managed to do something.
I'm sure there are other things.
There are other things. And the thing is, like, I despise math and I used to be terrible at it. But I'm actually decent at algebra now because, you know, I had to take it twice. So, but I'm better at it now. So there you go. Chloe, you go back to school on Thursday. The good thing is UK time. These streams are at 6 p.m. Yay! So you can still catch some of it. The Blind Mage is here. Hello. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Divided by Sight got coffee. Win. Yes. And in our streams, coffee is worth 200 words. So you can go ahead and add that onto your total for today.
So you're already ahead.
Yes, exactly. All right. Okay. I need to set up the timer because we've been here for 16 minutes. All right. So hello to those of you who I did not get to say hello to, but we want to go ahead and start some work, get some things done today. So whether or not that is working on your project, whether that's editing, whether it's cleaning your closet, whatever it is you want to do, that's up to you as long as you are feeling productive in some sort or fashion. And if you want to dawdle, that's okay too, because, you know, you're on the Dawdling Writers channel. So whatever you feel like doing, you are doing it in good company.
Oh. Do you want me to do the 4-step for Anna and others who want to do that?
Sure, yes. If you want the Forest app, please do.
I just saw a request in the chat.
Yes. Yeah. So I normally start off with a 15-minute timer to get my brain into the writing. So that is just generally how I do, is just set that first 15-minute timer to get my brain into the gear of being productive. That way it's a shorter sprint. That way if you still have the futzes, you can work some of those out.
I just popped the code in the chat.
Okay. If it is going to update StreamYard, there we go. Okay, so there is the code for the StreamYard app, not StreamYard app, Forest app. Mushy brain, okay, mushy brain.
This is going to be fun. This is half the reason why I'm here. 2 mushy-headed writers must make one completely functioning one, right?
Well, maybe. The math in there might be, you know, there might be some other underlying factors.
There may be a divisor we did not take into effect.
Right. All righty. So let's see. I think I saw somebody say purple. So we're going to do purple for the first sprint. And do you have some peoples in your Forest app?
Yes, I do.
Excellent. All right. Don't forget, if you've already been working this morning, make sure you save your document and have something to hydrate with. And we are getting started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oops.
I almost said something, but you were so in the zone. I'm just like, wait.
I know. I was jotting down and circling and all that kind of stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got about 4.5 pages edited. So making some progress anyway.
I got a chapter and
How
a
about
half
you? How'd you do?
read through in the novella, and I'm still remarkably shocked at the fact that it makes sense. Well, it's a zero draft, so I just I knew like the beginning and the end. I knew where the story started, I knew where the story ended, and then everything else just got filled in along the way. And it amazes me when your mind actually realizes it should do setups and payoffs, and you didn't think about it at all, and you're like, oh my goodness, you set that up earlier. Brain, you're smarter than I am.
Yeah, that happens. All right, I set a 5-ish minute timer so that we can kind of like have that be like, hey, you should probably get back to work. Yes. So I think I missed saying hello to a couple of people.
Saw Princessa arrive.
Yes. So Anna, if I didn't say hello, good morning, afternoon, or evening. Lizzie said, my closet does need a good cleaning. Yeah, mine too.
Closets.
But I'm also avoiding that. So yes, Lauren, we were joking around about different things being worth words. And so I actually have a link in the description for the Google spreadsheet, which is the sort of like cheat sheet word count. So like pretty much beverages are worth 200 words each, and like brownies are worth 500 words and that kind of stuff. So and it's also I don't know how you call it, like an open edit. So you can go in and you can put in your own like personal favorite snacks and how many words you think they're worth and that kind of thing. So it's just like a fun little thing that that is there for you if you want. So yeah, Natalie said, multiply the negatives and somehow it becomes a positive. We were talking about our mushy brains. So yes, Princessa did arrive. Hello. Yes, and you did make it just in time for that first sprint, which is awesome. I see that Abigail is trying to make you blush for Milwordy. So Lizzie just found out your protagonist's middle name is Jules. Ooh, very nice.
I may say, I don't know if I've mentioned it or not, but there is a Jules the Bookish Dragon in one of my worlds now.
I very much approve. I very much approve of the fact that my name is attached to a dragon who is a bookworm. Literally. Very much. CB got 331 words. Nice. Excellent. Alicia skimmed 12 pages. Very good. Very good. Disney Panda got 474 words. Nice. Let the spirit of the panda awaken in all of us.
Yes.
When we went to wake Morgan, we found her staring gloomily out of her bedroom window. All right, I think this is a job for Iron Dad. Why don't you go back to finishing everything for the picnic? So cute. And drank water, yay. Pulled up the document, also a yay. Talked to a friend about hummingbirds, bees, and TV shows behind the scenes pics that nearly gave you a heart attack. Oh no. Yes. So we also have hummingbirds. We have at least 4. And they're constantly running each other off of the feeders. So, who knows? Mindy got part 3 of your Origin series timeline for your long series finished. Yay! Dang. Now on to part 4. Excellent.
Didn't you just finish part 2? Like, you're going at a pretty good clip.
Yeah,
on your outline there.
For sure. Yeah. Abigail says, the brain is officially unfogged and through the mental block you had this morning. Yay!
Yay!
You also got some words and began to get into the zone about 2 minutes before the timer went off. Yeah, that's how it happens. Lizzie, I don't want to be on the same team as Devin, Alicia whined. He's a cheater. Gotta love good kid fits. Yes. Very much so. Very much so. Hannah read a few pages for a beta read you're doing. Ooh, exciting. Scrism says, where did those 15 minutes go? Exactly. Like I think the technology gremlin eats the minutes too.
Yeah.
I think it feeds on words and time. And
definitely feeds on time.
Technology in general. So yes. All right, so that is the new Forest code, correct?
Yep.
Okay, awesome.
I just thought I'd throw it in there.
Yes, so that is the new code that is in the chat, but I'm going to click off of it to read a couple more comments, and then I will come back to it. So Abigail says, hello to Squisms. Yes, time does seem to fly. So Lizzie, almost done editing chapter 5, getting close to the drafting stage again in chapter 6. Whoop, there's our reminder timer. So we need a color.
Sorry, my brain is so foggy that went off, and I was like, oh crap, we just forgot to sprint. We kept talking through the sprint. What did we do?
Yes.
I had a moment of panic there. Whew.
Yeah. All right, so we need a color and a time suggestion. I don't know whether or not you're leaning more towards the like 20 or the 25 or like a funky number in between side of things. But give us some comments in the chat to let us know what color and length we should do. And Lizzie says, I was able to fix the story and make it more exciting. Ooh. Nice. Megan worked on your itchy fic. His editing is making a mess of everything. Oh no. Hope it comes together well. Are you thinking of making this like a children's chapter book or like a picture book?
As somebody who's read it, I think it should be like a children's book. I really do. Like it just brought so much joy into my heart reading it, and like I could see like little cute pictures for each of the bits in it. Like, if I could draw hedgehogs, I would volunteer to help. But hedgehogs are not easy to draw.
Yeah, I think the one hedgehog it was not cute. It was a mess. Jules the Bookish Dragon. Yes. I mean, it is very much true. I hoard my books like dragons hoard other things, shiny things. Although I do like shiny things too. So, yeah. So Bab, with boys' names, you keep using the same ones. You could dive into like the gender neutral names as well. So there's that. And there are definitely name generator websites which are a help. Chapter 27, woohoo! Figured out what dome of your homework. For the what? Are you figuring out what you're doing for homework this week? Is that what is
that
is
feels
that
like
what
autocorrect to me?
Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Nikki says hello. Hello. Quizms Abigail is sending something your way. Hopefully
Be
it's
afraid.
vibes.
Be very afraid.
Hello to the hummingbirds. Yes. Nikki gave Charlie a shout out in your last live stream. Yay! Awesome. Gotta love a good shout out. Jenna's created overall goals, stretch goals, and dream goal list for Milwordy and created a separate page for each month to track what you actually get done. Yes. And in case any of you are like feeling super lazy and don't want to create a spreadsheet of your own, there's a short URL link in the description for one that has already been created by me based on the one that Kate Kavanaugh showed in her video for like 5 seconds. And yes, I went back and I like paused. Like, I was like, how do you have this organized?
That's the one that I'm using.
Yep. Hellos. Okay, so Dan is here. Hello, welcome. I'm not sure if I have seen you recently, but hello, welcome back. We are trying to be productive today, kind of succeeding at the moment.
Productivity is a persistent illusion that we blind ourselves with to pretend that we are doing work.
Yes. Okay, I think I'm almost to the colors. There we go. Fanfics were so short you're able to breeze through the parts for your origin series timeline, but there's so many stories to tell. Exciting. Actually, writing today, says Lizzie. Yes, exactly.
Woo-hoo!
Yay. Okay, so CB votes green.
Green.
And Alicia says lol. Pink, 25 minutes. 25 minutes. 25 minutes.
I think 25 minutes is one.
Yes, I think so. Very much so. And since we just did a sort of like pinky purpley one, let's go with the green. Doop, 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 doop. All right. And let me go ahead and make sure I see if I can find that link again for Forest app. I think I just passed it. There it is, somewhere in there. All righty, so make sure that you have saved your document. Make sure you are hydrating, and we will go ahead and get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Righty. Tessa arrived. So yay, Tessa, we are super, super glad that you are here and that you are feeling well enough that they're going to send you home, hopefully. And it sounded like you had lots of time to think, and you have decided on rewriting the current project. So, but I'm super happy that you are feeling better.
Very much.
Yes. The line is free range. Your dad used to say that all the time. I don't think I've ever heard that phrase.
I've never heard that either. So how did you do that sprint?
So I finished the first scene that I was reading through, and I did 1, 2, 3 more pages, 3.5 more pages into the following scene. So I all total did probably about 6 pages or so. So feeling pretty good.
That's good.
Yep.
I finished another 2 chapters. I'm on chapter 10. I'm almost to the end of the novella. Get doing the read through. It's English. It kind of mostly makes sense. Yay!
Yes, exactly. Better Days Are Here is here. You have arrived. Hello.
Can I just say, every time I see Better Days Are Here, I'm just like, just sing it from the rooftop. Just sing it from the rooftop.
Please.
Let's manifest. Let's all focus our energies now. Better days are here. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, we definitely need some of that. And yes, we hope that you are free of the mushy brain syndrome. So there's Tessa. Yay. Yes, and everybody loves Tessa, sending you good news and good wishes. So yes, we are very glad. And Petra is here. Hello, hello. You have to do a grocery run, but dropping in to leave a like. Oh, thank you very much. We appreciate it. And happy writing to everyone. Yay.
Yay.
And Jenna also says, welcome back, Tessa. And Lizzie is done with chapter 5. Yay. Almost done with all the parts you need to edit. Sweet. Okay, Tessa, can't wait to get home and start writing again. You don't even have a pen and paper. Oh, no. Yes, and I found a plot hole. I was very mad. I was like, why did I do this to myself?
Well, see, that's the question that I can't wait for alpha readers to answer to me. Is it a successful twist or a giant plot hole?
Well, it's like I had created this this familiar for my main character who can use all of the elements, essentially, although like the main element would be dark magic or dark elementals. And so then I have 300 pages in, which is like far, far too late. My main character is finally like, so does using the other elements like make my familiar stronger or weaker, or does like the magic become less pure somehow? Oops. And so then I have these references to these odd like lessons that I never wrote about in the first place about classes, which is a whole nother like issue that I have to resolve. Where like there's this whole group of like purity makes the magic stronger, and then my healer character is like, no, actually, if you have like one pure element, it's like completely unbalanced. So like being balanced is way better. And I'm like,
yeah.
I apparently have 2 factions, like purists and I don't know, evolutionists. I don't know what I'm going to call them. Like, but I
muddlers.
It's like page 320. I'm like, what?
Yeah, don't you love it when that happens? Yeah, I got like basically to the midpoint of the fantasy book that I'm working on, and a faction decided to present itself that's like, they've been secretly doing things the whole time, and I'm like, yeah, I kind of need to set that up way, way before now.
Yeah, exactly. So that was what I discovered. And so that was like, if you could read lips, I apologize. I apologize. Yes.
It got a little colorful up in ya.
Yeah. Mostly just one word, but just repeat it several times. And it rhymes with duck. So.
I was about to say, yeah, the middle of the very beginning of Beelzebub from, well, the devil's first major line in Beelzebub from Tenacious D.
So yay, Lizzie is finally done with editing and can now go to drafting.
Woo-hoo!
Exciting, because you haven't written anything new in 11 days. Wow. But you've been on vacation, so, you know. Yay. We're so glad. Yes, Tessa is a part of our writing family. All the thanks and jumping chats, and you're about to get to the part where the mom comes back after she left 3 years ago. She's remarrying the dad again. There's definitely some family drama in there.
That's going to be fun.
And Dan is sending positive vibes to Tessa. Yay. CB got 780 words. Nice going. The pronoun I is here. Hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Mindy says, no, I was getting closer to finishing part 3. I forgot to set the timer up for our fun. Oopsies. I find myself to do that. We'll see if we get through the end of the chat or the timer first. We'll see.
Only time will tell.
Yeah. Mindy says you were getting closer to finishing part 3 timeline. For now, you're going to work on more part 3 when you write your fanfics for your long series. Gotcha. Disney Panda blowing us all out of the water with 892 words. Woo! Nice job. That is amazing.
That's amazing.
That is very amazing. And Alicia got 536 words.
Disney Panda, I have to know, is this that Chris Fox secret book with the how to write 5,000 words in an hour that you're using? Because I'm really going to have to double look into that. If that's what
I read a whole bunch of reviews because I was trying to figure out whether or not I wanted to purchase it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people in the reviews were like, this is basically an advertisement for this speech to text program. So he's apparently a big proponent of the dictation method.
Okay.
So there's that. So I haven't bought it yet. Eventually I will, but
just saying, a whisper of a dream of that. That's amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, like we were talking before, names, stopping to like do the spell check and editing, and also like if you say the word period and it thinks you're like meaning the dot, like then you have to stop and kind of figure out where. Anyway.
Yeah.
Dictation is weird. Abigail got 313 words and made a pot of tea. What kind of tea do you have today, Abigail?
All I know is it's hot and she's going to spill it on somebody.
I made matcha lemonade yesterday and it was delicious.
Ooh, sounds so good.
Alexis got 113 words. Very nice. Very nice. Lizzie says, Disney Panda has me shook.
To the core.
Yes, a rewrite is necessary. Sometimes that happens. I'm about to, if I can get through the rest of these pages today, I will start my revisions tomorrow.
That's what my space opera is. It's a rewrite yet again, but a final one because it has to be published chapter by chapter because I made myself do that.
You did, but it is okay because that is, you are drawing the readership to you.
Well, accountability is one of the most important things we can do as a writer.
That too. And I think that was what Tamara Woods and the they were doing their craft book review yesterday or day before. So I think that would have been Saturday, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly.
It was Writer in the Dark. Natalie is here. Hello.
Hi.
Yay.
I'm on my lunch break, so I figured I could at least catch the end and eat my food.
We won't tell your boss.
Hey, it's my lunch break. I'm allowed that. I'm allowed. What I do on my lunch break is fine, as long as I'm not doing it during the work hours.
Nice.
And I'm sticking to it.
Excellent. Yay. How are you?
I'm awake.
That's
one step down.
Yes, that is. You can check that off your to-do list.
It's like 2:30 in the afternoon, but we'll go with it. But no. Continue through the messages. I want to make sure everyone highlights their accomplishments, because I love seeing what everyone has done during the sprints.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I got
as I meet.
And I got 155 words. Hard to get back into the groove of writing sometimes. Yes. Especially since I saw you in the chat for a lot of the 10K yesterday. So very much mush brain is allowed. So CB says, Tony blinked at me. He put the back of his hand to my forehead and scowled. He felt my glands and murmured something.
Can I just say, I am totally invested in pepperoni. Like, in all the chats, I'm like, what is going on? What's happening? like Pepper caught him cheating on her, and I know a makeup is happening in an ice rink. And CB was saying they've never gone ice skating, so that was going to be interesting. But I love it.
There's so much fun in fanfic. It's great. I love it. Jenna refreshed. There's our 5-minute timer. We did not get to the bottom of the chat. So there you go.
You can blame it on me.
No, I set the timer on purpose to know when I should start to pick up speed. Jenna refreshed your beverage, finished a tentative schedule for September, and made notes towards Flash fanfiction. All righty, we need a time and a color suggestion.
And I just put the link, the code for the forest room in the chat.
Let me see if I can find it. There it is.
Which I have to say is a lot easier when somebody else is in the room doing that. That's why I volunteered to do it.
I think there should always be a host and a co-host. The co-host handles Forest app, and host handles the chat and such.
I kind of like doing both on mine just for one reason. It keeps me from showing how bad I am at finger counting, because I've got 2 timers I have to click, so both of my hands are occupied.
That sounds like a fun game. I wasn't going there, but I'm glad you took it there.
Alicia is voting for a 30-minute.
Ooh, that's my kind of.
He says 25 in dark blue. Do we have seconding for numbers?
I won't say quiet, because I'm all about them long sprints.
I know you like the long ones.
I feel like we're doing a
long, but
are we doing an auctioneer 25? Do I hear 30, 35?
we totally could. So we have a second 25, so we can go with 25 again, which I'm on board with. And so we have done a purple, we have done a green. CB says, I once made the mistake of trying licorice tea. That stuff was nasty.
Dude, licorice by itself, I'm like, like people will put on their ice cream and stuff.
I'm going to be the lone voice in the woods. That's one of my favorite things in the world.
Charlie, I thought we were cool.
No, your heart has to be a certain level of darkness. You have to have if your heart is not completely black and only beats 3 times a year because it's Halloween time, yay.
It'll be fine. If anything, that means you and I can split the Halloween bag of candy because you'll take the licorice.
There's the plan.
Yes.
Yeah, you always need to go with a buddy who likes the candy that you don't like. That way you can,
Trade back and forth.
Alrighty, so pink, purple, blue, pink again. So we're going to do pink. This time we'll do the pinkier of the pinks. And don't forget to save your documents and get ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sprint and hydrate. All right, that is the end of the third sprint, and I was catching more mistakes. So, and I don't know if it's become like, once I become aware of like a huge like thing that I need to fix, like those factions, then I become sort of like hypercritical. So it's like within a 2-paragraph like window, I found was like some tense errors, and then I was like, why did I choose this word? It doesn't make any sense in the context of the sentence. And then then I was like, then I was talking about a like strengthening enchantment, and I'm like, so does this like mean that it's amplifying the magic, or does it mean that it's amplifying the strength? Like, what what did I mean by this? And so now I'm just being like nitpicky, and I'm like trying not to be, but yeah. So I only got about 3 pages.
I got another chapter and a half, and I'm literally like a couple pages from being done my read through. So definitely be done today.
Yay,
and then I'm going to have to craft a survey to add to the Alpha Readers group so I can get answers to my questions. So that'll be fun.
Natalie, you were reading on writing. Is that correct? You can't hear? Oh no. Okay.
So I can't hear a word y'all are saying in here.
Oh no.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
You should look into your StreamYard settings. It's possible.
Give me a nod.
Oh yeah, you can't hear me.
Okay.
Yes.
Then I'll just say, all right. I got 5 pages in here, and here's the funny thing. And it was kind of in the chat. So StreamYard said my mic wasn't working, and I ended up recording a video, but I set the video to private, and I was just testing on my own channel. Well, apparently that video didn't go private, so there was 17 seconds of me just going test 1 2 3, playing it back and going, okay, it works. And sweet Abigail commented and said, this was hilarious, I'm so glad I could watch it. And I'm like, oh, that was supposed to be private. That was so supposed to be private. So it's private now, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to download that video and put it in my vlog for the first week of Milwordy now. To show the world, we're human. StreamYard is sometimes confusing. And in my defense, StreamYard was saying my mic wasn't working. It had no volume level. Now I don't know what's going on, but either way. So I'm going to put my mic on mute so I can listen to the YouTube stream and follow what y'all are saying.
That is amazing. The technology gremlins are here, so that means you'll need to save your work.
Yes, save, back up.
Save your work. So, yes. So I have edited a total of 18 pages so far, which is pretty good, but not, near the 200 that I wanted to get done.
Well, let's be honest, though. After yesterday, I know what it's like to do a 10K day, and the fact that you were doing anything productive today is a huge victory.
Yeah. So I think probably what I will end up doing is I will probably, yay! I will probably end up finishing editing tomorrow, but also I will be compiling a list of all of the edits that I need to do, want to do, all the notes that I've made to myself, because when I'm writing in the margins is like, go back to like 2 chapters before this and add this. So like I need to make the list and sort of like order it according to what chapter I should be putting things in. So that's probably what I'll be doing for the first day of Milwordy, rather than like full on start the whole draft. Is really sort of like organizing the notes so that I can make sense of the second draft. But let's see how. I don't know where we stopped. I don't know where we stopped.
That's where you get to play arbitrary and capricious and just go, I see a number. Let's start there.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Right. Lizzie says, I finally wrote the part where the mom is back.
Ooh,
Hey, my baby. Oh, you're soaking wet. Hey, Mom. I give her a smile. Yeah, it's a downpour out there for sure. Then I register what just happened. Mom? Yeah. That's where I was crying over finding all the things that were wrong. Natalie was so kind to reassure me that it was because I'm becoming a better writer. So I had like a basic outline, which like I was not calling a real outline. I was just like, these things might happen. And then I kept adjusting them, which I think Lisa Daly was talking about how she just has like little post-it notes of like what snippets of things that happen. And that's kind of essentially what I did. But then I Discovery wrote the entire thing, which is why it's a mess.
It'll be fine.
Lizzie says, this wasn't happening. I had to be hallucinating. Mom wasn't there on the couch drinking coffee. I wasn't seeing her in person for the first time in 3 years after she ditched us. Yes.
And coming all nonchalant, like, hey, it's raining outside.
I know, right? Like, no.
Man, I wish I had that swag.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Tell me about it.
Nicole says, I'm doing character profile and I want to know what it means when it says speech patterns. So I think that is like when you have verbal habits, like saying like or using the word y'all or yins, or being like Yoda, as Charlie is pointing out, where you have this sort of reverse thing, or if your character has a tendency to speak in passive voice versus active. So things like that. Or if your character is a royal monarch and speaks in the third person, like, you know, that kind of stuff.
That reminds me, in this section I just read, Stephen King's talking about dialogue, and he says, just the quick sentence here, dialogue is a skill best learned by people who enjoy talking and listening to others, particularly listening. By the way, I felt personally attacked there. Picking up the accents, rhythms, dialect, and slang of various groups.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So if you essentially become a mimic when you start talking to people, like that's probably a skill that will put you in good standing. So if you spend a whole lot of time around somebody from a different region and they have a different accent than you, and you start to unconsciously mirror their accent, yeah. In other words, you are unconsciously absorbing the dialogue patterns, so that will put you in good stead when you write.
I did that when I was in Germany, and my husband's like, Natalie, you speak English like as your first language. Why do you have a German accent on your when you're speaking English? I'm like, I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah.
Or you just do what I do and write science fiction and fantasy so you can make up your own slang and make it feel as natural as you can possibly make it.
There you go. No one can argue if you make it up.
Yep.
You just have to remember to go back and like change all the colloquialisms and the slang. Like, so the, dead is the doornail or whatnot. Like you can't use that if there are no doornails.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't keep track, but you're saying 400 or 500 maybe, about 552 at the most. That's nice. I like those numbers.
Those are very good numbers.
Alicia got
liberating to not keep track. So not minuscule because it's a lot, but like to not be so detailed on tracking. That's got to be liberating and just be like, I put words down. I'm happy.
Yeah. So today's your last chance to do that if you are participating in Milwordy.
Or you can be like me and refuse to write right now because everything's going to count.
Exactly. Alicia got T and 10 more pages skimmed. Nice. Abigail got 384 words.
Solid. And she still commented on my video and was talking in the chat with me. So more power to her on that.
She has way too much mojo for me this morning.
She's got so many skills. I'm jealous.
All the skills.
Let's
see. Nikki says, "Oh boy, I haven't thought about about that with your character." Yeah, there's so many things about character development that are just so. That's why we have multiple drafts. Mindy took a break from your timelines. Yay. Switching between series causes you to do that, but it helps when preparing for the next series timeline. Yeah, giving yourself a break will sometimes help. So, and 687 for CB.
Ooh, bravo.
That's a lot. Dan Hook says yes to Nikki. Like Anna says, so it's got so you have a character that tends to cackle a lot or say the words, my darling. I like that character. Pronoun I says, I got 226 words. Yay!
Yay.
Anna says I have to head out and make lunch now to visit with family. Lunch is lemon basil chicken with bell pepper, onions, zucchini, carrots, and brown rice. That sounds
Are we all invited?
Oh my
How big
goodness.
is this family lunch?
I feel like we need to have like a WriterTube like recipe list and just like all of our food ideas, because everyone talks about, I'm making chocolate chip cookies. I made oatmeal raisin cookies a few weeks ago, and it sounds so good.
We should probably do that. We should that could be a really good tag video.
Yeah.
Like your favorite.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes. Because honestly, as an adult, the hardest thing is planning your meals so you're not eating the same thing over and over. I should have had more respect for my mother in that aspect.
Like, comment in the chat, y'all, if y'all would want to do or like to watch or participate in AuthorTube recipe tag.
I can totally get my Julia Child on to do a cooking video.
Dude, the Cajun chef that I guarantee. I will all be over that.
Yes, I think this might need to happen.
That might need to happen.
Cooking with wine.
Happen.
Oh my God, yes.
The new tag is born. Still an embryo at the moment, but we're getting there.
We'll get there.
Jenna did research. Ooh, nice. And Lizzie counted, and nope, it was more around the 400. But 400 is still good. 400 is still very good. Megan added 50 words to your itchy story. You might have to add more and then somehow condense it. Process of revision, yes. CB says, I will be in the workshop doing what I do best, tinkering. I tried to keep my voice hard and cold. I didn't want her to think I was worried, but I was. I was absolutely terrified.
I can feel it. Like,
it's still related to the
shaking.
What happened?
I know. I'm getting like piecemeal. It's like when you're watching a TV show but you're playing your phone, and then you're like, wait, what happened? Like you look up and you're like, I didn't mean to not pay attention. Can I back it up?
Yes. So Abigail said goodbye to Anna. Had a good day. Nikki said, I hadn't thought about that yet. Yes. There are definitely a lot of aspects to character development that are just never ending, feels like. Better days are here. Got about 150 words. Nice. Drew says, for the past 3 sprints, I've been able to finish part 1 of the episode thumbnails. Yay!
That is awesome.
Oh no, Natalie froze.
It's because she has such a wonderful, serious face. So it's just like she's into it.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me want to enjoy it.
What is this whole talk to your character to get to know your character? So it's you can watch Charlie's video on active imagination, and it is essentially kind of boiled down. It's an activity where you can do is you mentally sit down across the table from your character and have a conversation with them.
But I have to say, Nikki, when you're doing character development, there are a lot of worksheets out there that can be very helpful. Only fill in the stuff that you need to do for the draft that you're on. Because, trust me, all of these things are rabbit holes, and you can spend your entire life developing one character, see my current sci-fi project, and get lost and not actually get to the drafting. So
like my characters, there are like no physical descriptions other than like I know that one character has like a scar. My main character has like messy hair. Like that's it, because the physical appearance to me is not important in this draft. So
Well, see, that's also a major divisive thing. Like, if you're not watching BookTube as an author, it's interesting seeing all of the comment streams on should characters be described, should they not be described, how much detail should they be described in. Like, that's a whole discussion that readers have.
Natalie says lunch hour is over, and she underestimated the draining power of StreamYard for her phone. Oh no! So she had to go back to work. Have you guys watched the Nerdy Book Nerds writing a book in a week vlog? Yes, I'm essentially watching that. Yeah.
Yeah. No. 10K a day every day. I more power to her.
Baffled by how she manages to write that much. Yeah.
You know, she and Marcus are planning on doing Nano in one day.
I can't fathom it. I cannot fathom it. I've been watching a video a day first thing in the morning to motivate you. You're amazed by her writing skills. Do you know it's because she practiced? Yeah, she's practicing to do the Nano in one day. Yes, yeah. Exactly. I cannot fathom it. It is. Mind is blown. Yes, absolutely.
I know it's possible because that's one of the things that L. Ron Hubbard was famous for before Scientology is he would just go into a room, write a novel, and come back out, like to order. And
yes.
Would write like 3 books in a weekend.
Yes, exactly. So yes, Mindy, you're a correct third person, kind of like Gollum and Schmeagol do, where they refer to themselves as their name rather than I. Snurtle, hello, good morning to you. I'm not sure where in the world you are, but good morning.
I have a golden rule. It's morning until I finished all of my coffee.
There's that. And there's also something that I read that was like, it's instinctive to say good morning to a person when you see them for the first time that day. It is afternoon where I am. Yes.
Yeah,
technically, but yeah, but I kind of also like that it's morning until you finish the coffee. But then you might have a problem if you drink coffee all day long, because then it's just like morning all day long.
Oh no, I'm energetic and chaotic enough. I have to cut the caffeine off at a certain point.
Lizzie's going to go head out to get some food. Stopping in the middle of an important scene is not a start idiot. Well, I actually do that on purpose. That way the next day I don't wake up to like a blank page. So I like have incentive to finish what I'm working on. So yes. Alrighty. Well, it is past 3. Heather is here. Hello. Welcome. Let me get to the bottom of this, but essentially we did ask about the AuthorTube recipe tag, and people were saying, yes, make it a thing. Absolutely. Roseanne says, please tag Spence for her epic chocolate chip cookies.
We will have to try to do that. And we can make it a real thing if one of us can get in touch with Kate Kavanaugh, because she does the cooking with classics. Mm-hmm. I'm sure she would jump in, and then it would be huge.
Yes, Kat says participate in that. Yes. Okay. So we need to figure out how to do this then. So, yay. Make a mean scratch mac and cheese.
Ooh, you're speaking my language.
No, right. I like this idea. I like this tag idea. And then it would be fun to create a recipe book for it. Yeah.
The other thing that would be fun is do like Orla's doing with her a thing and try to keep
make the playlist. Just the playlist the AuthorTube cookbook playlist.
Yeah.
Full of the recipe tags.
Yeah.
CB says, well, Pepper is sick and she went to work and had a little prang in the car, and Tony is out of his mind with worry.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh, ooh, yes, please.
Yes.
And then we're all saying, oh no, to Natalie. Yes. Okay. And there's the draining. Okay. And hellos for Heather. Yes. All righty. You're welcome anytime you want.
Anytime.
Does anyone know any funny jokes? Characters in your book need to tell a joke and you cannot think of any. Go research dad jokes because I like those.
My humor does not translate to the written word very well, and I know that I've met my new favorite reader every time I get a "this line was so funny" comment from somebody, because I'm like, you got it. You're one of the few.
Kat says, I know my main character's hair color and siblings because certain ones got looks from certain parents. Yeah. And you know that you have a plan for the main character to have her long hair burned off in a fight at some point. Yeah. So like you know those things, but I just like the appearances for me are not as important right now unless they're relevant to like my main character, his particular elemental affiliation or affinity.
I think it was in Story Mind. It was in one of those two books where she says that your character bio needs to be everything you need to know to start writing the book and nothing more. So as long as you have enough to start writing the book, your bio is good.
Yes. I also really like puns. So if you are a fan of puns, of wordplay, I suggest go read Pierce Anthony's Xanth novels.
Oh. Yes.
Okay, my favorite is Ogre, which is like the fourth or the fifth in the series. It took me, no joke, like half the book to realize that this ogre who was in search of the EYEQUE plant, he was in search of the IQ plant. It took me so freaking long.
Oh, Pierce Anthony is an experience of life.
Yes, so exactly. And it was like also the same sort of like smack you in the head realization. Like I can't tell you how old I was the first time I watched Monty Python and the Holy Quest for the Holy Grail. But I kid you not, I was walking up the stairs in our old house and it was probably like 2 or 3 years after I first saw it. And I was like, Knigget, I get it. I was just like, I'm really bad at puns, but they amuse me to no end. So,
and if you want to know what good written sarcasm should look like, just read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Like, that's what sarcasm looks like if you just dripped it onto a page instead of ink. I love that book.
Yes.
And it's so funny.
Yes, the nerdy book nerd is awesome. Yes. Yep. And hard to say, though. Like, nerdy book nerd. It just, for some reason, it hurts my brain and my tongue. Now I can't unsee you as Meryl Streep as Julia Childs. Alicia's going to go on a hike now, but you're welcome. Yes, we're essentially just chatting now because my time is over, and so we're just chatting at this point. So, Abigail says goodbye. Have a good hike. Have a good hat. I almost said. Yes. So yes, absolutely. But Dozer here's like one more sprint. No, I think I'm gonna sort of wind up with just chatting and sort of getting to the bottom of the chat because my brain is mush from yesterday. So yeah.
I wish there was somewhere to hike around here, but the fleas and ticks and other blood-sucking creatures around here are so thick that, like, I don't want the Lyme disease.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it doesn't matter how many layers you put on, even in the heat, they will find a way in.
You were forcibly told a dad joke yesterday. I got a CAT scan done on my brain yesterday. They didn't find anything. What do you call a fish with no eye? A fish.
Oh, the hubby's going to love that one.
Heather says to Alicia, I'm jealous. It's raining here. I walked the dog earlier for about 45 minutes, but it just got too hot to walk her any longer this morning. Yeah.
But soon fall will be upon us. The leaves will go to the ground, and the cool air will return.
What's the difference between a dad joke and a bad joke? The first letter. I love them so much.
If it's from my dad, it's how dirty the joke is.
You can't take any credit for them. I have a very dorky dad. Yeah. I have a friend she and her dad get into pun competitions. Yeah, and so she had a pun cow, which was like a giant piggy bank, but in the shape of a cow. And so every time we did puns, like really terrible puns, we had to put a nickel into the pun cow.
That's amazing.
So yeah. I took him from a support worker you had about 10 years ago. They're so fun. I love dad jokes. They're just the best. Yes, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Yes.
The other books are pretty good too, but the first book is the best in the series for my money. And if you want to see his earliest drafts of that, there's an entire series of Tom Baker Doctor Who's where he basically pre-wrote Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy with Doctor Who as the main character, and then did his version later.
Laura says, you have thick vampires in your area? Send some this way. I need a hot, angsty boyfriend. Yeah.
Unfortunately, they're not the fun kind of vampires. They're the more, like the American version of being human vampires, just like really sad and pointless.
The ones who like suck the life energy out of you. Yeah. You have some time here before we get any cooler weather, like November. Yeah, we usually get the first cool front of fall right about the 21st or so, which, that's normal.
Laura gave us an evil tease last week because it pulled enough cool air down that it was like in the 70s outside, and then violent thunderstorms, and then in the 70s outside, violent thunderstorms.
It's going to be interesting, though, to see what this winter looks like because we've just had so much rain. And so if that trend continues, we may actually get some snowfall. So I'm glad to be able to still listen while you work. Yay. And dad jokes are the best. Jenna says, I had a teacher in junior high who loved puns. When he died, I was in the high school. You were in high school, and everybody who had been to his student contributed a pun to his memorial page.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That is sweet. Heather says, sometimes in October is when you get the cool weather. Yeah. Laura says, I was trying to bring fall in early for it. Yes, with your candle and your pumpkin. And yes. Megan says, we've hit a record for the number of triple-digit days in a row. Can't wait for the cooler weather. Yes, exactly.
Agreed.
Exactly. All righty. Well, since my brain is mush for the day, I think I'm going to go maybe get a snack, and then I will come back to writing. Not writing, editing. I'm editing today. I'm not writing anything today. No writing. But yeah, so I'm going to try and knock out some of my editing notes and whatnot for the day. That way I can join Charlie for the beginning of Milwordy tomorrow. And Laura also has a Milwordy kickoff stream tomorrow.
Yeah, Kate Kavanaugh is really early in the morning, and I think there are going to be quite a few tomorrow.
I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to sleep in.
Yeah.
So,
And I think Life of Angelina is about to do a stream on her channel if you want to continue writing. I don't see anybody doing it right now. But
and I think Word Nerds are usually on. Is it Word Nerds or Word Stitch on Monday?
Word Nerds.
Yes. And then Austin K has her usual in the evening on Mondays. So there are plenty of streams to go with to get some more productivity in for the day. But yes, and Jenna has a web link. These guys are 80% right 80% of the time with the almanac. Yeah. Farmer's forecast.
Yeah.
Yes. 77 and 89% humidity here. Leaves are falling and the sun has hidden most of the day, but it's fall. That sounds nice.
That's nice.
That sounds very
just
nice.
A couple hours south of you, and that is so not the case.
Right. Yeah, I think we had snow here in Georgia one day, like where I'm at, and it was like right before the pandemic hit full force. So Jenny is here. Hello.
Oh, this is a reminder. Check your smaller YouTubers and make sure you're still subscribed, because I happened to notice yesterday that I'm not. I got unsubscribed to her and a couple other people that it's really getting annoying.
YouTube is weird. And also, what did 50 do when he was hungry? 58. I like bad. They're not even bad jokes. They're just really funny, like small, tiny jokes, but they just make me giggle.
And now I'm gonna have 7, 8, 9 by the Bare Naked Ladies stuck in my head all day.
And Glory Writes the Blues has a sprint stream in a bit. So yay. Stevie says it feels like November here. Well, you can send some of that cool air our way, please. Yes, there should be word sprints year-round now with Milwordy going on instead of mostly during nano months. That is very true, which is amazing because I feel like I can't write anymore without sprints.
Tell me about it. I get up in the morning and like the first thing I do is go, who's sprinting? Who's sprinting? What time are they doing it? So I know when my workday starts. Yeah. Yeah.
And Heather came over from Dana. That's right. Dana usually sprints about the same time that I do. So you can pop between us on the usual. And Eva says Laura's is at 9. Yay. Sorry, not sorry at all. Don't be sorry. So Abigail is also in North Carolina. We had snow last year, but none this year. So far, year's not over yet. Actually had a lot of rain in the last couple of days, which helps so much with the temperature. Yes, it does. It does. Writing sprints weekly, still on Twitch. Yay! Yes, so also go visit Kat over on Twitch. You have a calendar just for sprints. Yep. Need to do that and figure out the time difference. Yes, 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 yes. All righty. Well, thank you so much for joining me and joining Charlie today for some not quite early morning, but, you know, like some writings, productivity, editing, read-throughs, all that kind of stuff. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yep.
Charlie's channel is in the linked in the description below. And I don't know. Do you have an outro you want to do, Charlie?
I'm just going to say I'm probably going to have a lot of announcements as I'm doing my plotting and scheming, so be looking for that. And if you feel like subscribing to my podcast or checking out my writing, go to projectshadow.com. Stories are going to be randomly appearing everywhere soon.
Very awesome. Yes, and I'm Jules. I'm the dawdling writer, and I try not to dawdle, which is why I have streams Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern, and Sunday, 2 to 5 p.m. Eastern, which I promise this week we will be doing sprints on Sunday. Because I feel bad because there were like 3 weeks in a row where I didn't do much sprinting. But yes, so I will be full force going into the half Milwordy challenge for me. And I am going to get the my second draft of this project done sometime. And
anybody who wants on my alpha list, story's going out later today, so make sure that you've told me and I have a way of contacting you.
All righty. So thank you very much. And I think we'll go ahead and hit the end button twice because that's what it requires to end the broadcast.